I am in a forest right now in Alaska. I won't say where. Any more info that's confidential. Um, but yeah, I straight up had been looking for a job that was a little more connected to being like in nature. I was already like an EMT in a pretty rural area, and even that was kind of weird because I wasn't exactly a normal EMT. I worked in a facility out in the middle of the desert, and incredibly beautiful out there. But I wanted to do more of being out in the wilderness, so I had been searching for a job, and sure enough, I got a job out here in Southeast Alaska. So I accepted the offer, and 2 weeks later, I was on a plane headed out. It's kind of crazy, but honestly, I feel more comfortable packing up my bags, buying a ticket to somewhere I've never been, hopping on a plane, than I do like sitting at home. And a lot of that has to do with being a what's known as a third culture kid. And I mean, now I'm an adult, so a third culture adult. A third culture kid, a third culture adult is somebody who spent their developmental years not in the country that their parents grew up in. So for me, I spent 12 years in the United States, 12, 13 years before I moved to Brazil. And I spent my teenage years from 13 to around 17 and a half, nearly 18 years old, growing up in Brazil and in that culture. And so coming back to the American culture, the United States culture is um, very interesting. I'm still this day I'm not really used to it. Um, but yeah, kind of like moving, like packing our bags and moving up and going somewhere so completely foreign, um, and being in a completely different culture, especially at a time in one's life that you're kind of building the building blocks for who you're going to be as an adult, somewhat. That like when you do once again pack your bags and come back, like it's weird. You don't really blend in because you spent so long in a different culture, and that foreignness became familiar, that when you go back and are expected to like just fit back in, you don't really fit back in because you didn't spend those developmental years that everybody else does, in your country of origin or your parents' country of origin. So it kind of leaves you in this weird in between. Because even if I went back to Brazil now, I mean, I left Brazil 5 years ago. So even though I could understand somewhat of the culture, I know I probably wouldn't be at home there either. So for a long time, I wasn't really comfortable with it, not having or feeling like I kind of belonged anywhere, existing between worlds, if that makes sense. I would say for me, home is a plane seat, or what I mean, sleeping, you know, in a car, well, like on a long road trip, or living out of a hotel, or you know what I mean. That to me makes more sense than spending your whole life in one neighborhood in one house. Like I can't comprehend that. Um, and honestly, I don't really want to. It's kind of maddening to me to think that I would want to spend my life in one place, ever. And so that's why when I received this job and I saw how far it was from where I've been living in Arizona for the past 5 years. I was completely down to do it. Because once again, this is completely normal to me. I feel more comfortable trying to like almost restart my life than I do existing in a set life, because of just the dramatic um, changes I went through, like as a kid and a teenager. uh, I can't really sit still, and I don't really feel comfortable trying to blend in anywhere. I like being a nomad. I like existing between worlds. I honestly feel far more confident in that than I do trying to fit in with any set culture, if that makes sense. And that's not to say I don't feel any level of like patriotism for my country. I love the United States. It's amazing. At the same time, I spent a long time in Brazil, and I got used to the way that they do things there, and their humor and their culture and everything. And so I do have a certain fondness, if not a very deep fondness, for Brazil as well. But I know in either world I don't exactly fit in. And for me, that's fine. I like being a third culture adult. I like existing between worlds. I wouldn't want to take back anything I've been able to do or been, given the opportunity. I should say blessed with the opportunity to do. But it's interesting because it's not something really talked about. I don't know how many people actually know what a third culture kid is or a third culture adult. And this is not just like kids in the mission field. This is military kids, diplomat kids. I mean, kids whose parents just traveled a lot for business. I'm sure, they fall into this category. And without a doubt, if you're seeing this video, you understand what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense to stay in one place, or you don't feel like you really like are able to fit in again once you come back to your home country. And I mean, for me, I'm happy to say that I like that I don't fit in. I like that I have a very nomadic spirit. That I'm someone who feels comfortable in between worlds. At the end of the day, I really don't know where this path is going to lead me. I don't know if eventually, I will settle down in one particular place. What I do know is for like the next couple years, I will be traveling, without a doubt, all over the United States, all over the world, grasping honestly at whatever opportunity I can take to get out there and have an adventure. I spent enough time developing the proper skills I need to do something, to live this life, this way of life. So I'm pretty excited to see where it all takes me. But yeah.